you do a cap trick as a part of dance, it's very important to follow the music. And as for me, the most important thing is follow the beat. So when you listen to the beat, you should follow them. So element like clap, clap. So if you do some throwing of your cap, so you should catch it on a beat, or you could do everything on a beat. So when you like do these elements, like I don't know, for example, you bump, everything should be on a beat. Yes, you could work with a little parts of music, like I don't know, snares or something. It depends. You could do everything where you want because there are no rules. But anyways, for me, beat is like more obvious thing, and when you do cap tricking, a lot of your attention on your trick because you want to do it correctly, and also when you just start to work, all your attention on a cap, uh, on a trick. So beat is the more predictable and the most obvious thing in a music, so it's kind of easy to work with them. But anyway, you could do everything where you want. Yeah. So and next one thing which I want to raise today is how to choose cap for your cap tricking. So because there are a lot of types of caps. So for example, we have caps like this, and obviously, you could do cap tricking with these types of cap too, but some caps are, how to say, more useful, or like with those types of caps, it's more easy to work. So when you trying to choose cap for cap tricking, you should understand. First of all, it doesn't matter which types of caps do you use. It depends on your skills. So you could start from one cap, but when you understand how does it everything work, and you will be confident in your handle skills, so you could do everything with lots type of caps. So it's plenty types of caps. So this doesn't matter. But when you just start to work, it is very important to choose cap for start. It's like more easy cap. And also when you do a performance, uh, it's better to choose some types of caps. So first of all, this part of cap, it should be like this, like this. It's not like really straight. It's little like this, little like this. But it's not like this. Remember, this part of cap should be like this. So second one, this is this part of a head of a cap. So it should be hard. So we have a lot of caps like this, where these parts are very soft, and it's not because this cap are bad or old or anything like this. It's just because they use material very soft here. So I know that some guys, for example, if they like caps like this, um, they try to do this material more harder by their own. So, for example, they take water and salt or water and stretch, they mix it, and then all of this like stuff they put here like this, like, and then after this is drying out, cat became in a very like hard in this part. So why do you need this part are harder? So when you do some elements like this, pam, 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 uh, you work with this part. For example, like this, when you do like one and then this, you also work with this part. Or when you do, for example, some spinning, or it can be spinning in like on this place, so anywhere. So also you could do like uh, a lot of spinning here, here. You work with this part, and it should be like really hard. Okay, so uh, that is not mean that you couldn't use this one for spinning. Uh, it depends on your skills, but it's better to practice while you have no enough skills with the head where this part harder. And also a lot of elements like this when you work, for example, pam pam or pam pam, something like this. So I don't know, do you see that? So like for example, you work here like pam or so, or from here pam. So you work every time with this part, and if this part not hard enough, it's gonna be like a little challenging to work with this. Also, when this part not hard enough, you could have this situation like this. And for example, when you do this element, there's something gonna be happens. Yeah. Uh, Pump. So why it happens? Because the center of weight going in another direction. When we work with this, it's possible, but it's harder. So rule number 2, this part. Rule number 1, rule number 2. Okay, rule number 3. So this is part. I know that some guys try to do this part more harder by next method. So they take a carton, I think, or like hard paper, and they put it here, like you could open, and they put it here, like this line from here to here. Why do they use this? Because when they do elements like this or elements like this, yeah, so they try to do this area of cap more harder. Oh, also about previous part, here some guys too, when they try to do it harder, put a carton or hard paper. So this like the way. But as for me, it's better to choose the good cap in the same moment and don't try to reach to change it. So this is not so important because honestly, a lot of caps already have very hard borders here, and it's enough to do some elements. So for example, if we take this cap, this already good borders, and I could do this, or I could do this. So I don't need any carton or something like this. I just could do it. It's very easy. But anyway, some guys try to change it. So when you choose the cap, look here, yeah, try to understand, is it hard enough or not hard enough, so is it okay or not okay. So the next one important thing, it is here. It is this part. So a lot of dancers like to use like baseball caps. In those types of caps, this area like from one material, so they have no this space, and it's comfortable to do like all of these elements when they do pam 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 like, and all of this tricking. But anyway, I think also you could use this part if you need to do these elements. You can work here. So for me, these types of caps like snapback is more comfortable. Why? Because anytime you could change size. For example, you do some elements where do you need like harder part here, like something like this. So you could do this like little one, and because of this, here you have hard part and here hard part, and your hard parts are like bigger. And if, for example, you start to do elements where you need big size, like this, because it's more easier to put a cap on your head if square here bigger. So that's why, as for me, this thing is more convenient, is more appropriated. Also, never never use this one. It's not comfortable at all. This like my this one. So don't use it. Uh, as for me, it's okay to use baseball caps or snapbacks, but I like more snapbacks. Also, why? Because you could open it and like put it on your how to say belt, on your pants, and if you do like double elements, like elements with 2 or 3 caps, so you could keep your uh, caps here, and for example, if you need to just take one, you have second one, and you like work with the 2 caps or do something like this, yeah, and then you could keep your cap here, so you don't need like backpack or something to your prop, so it's just near you, so you just could like do one cap inside another, yeah, like this, and keep it on your pants, so it's like the most easier way. So let's repeat: first one, second one, third one, and the last one. So it is a lot of things which people try to check while they buy their cap for capturing. But anyway, you should understand. So the most important thing it is your skills. So when your skills became on the next level, it's not important what kind of cap do you use. But on the first time when you just started to learn, it is very important when you try to find caps which more, how to say, more comfortable to your first steps. So that's why my suggestion, when you want to choose your cap, just follow my 4 rules. So there is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Uh, and also, as I think you should have at least 5 or 6 caps. Why? Because, for example, some caps you will be used when you just practice, and those caps became like bad, old. They're gonna be dirty. Sometimes you will be broke their caps. Because, for example, this part gonna be breaked. This part gonna be breaked. Um, so that's why you should have like extra caps, and also you should have a caps for performance. So those types of caps should be like in ideal state. So every time in ideal condition. So every time you should use on the performance your best caps. And also, before performance, you should try your Korean elements on these types of caps, because sometimes caps have a different the center of weight, so you should check everything about it. Yeah. So by following these easier steps, you could choose the best you cap for your cap trick.